Hey everyone, welcome to a new video in the This Week in Nature video series. This week we're actually going to do a number of very short videos to help you with your plant IDs. We have our Botany in the Day book in front of us, and we're going to look at the rose family today. Remember the cards that we saw in the video, the Botany in the Day video? This is that card, and we are going to be actually dissecting a member of the rose family. So recall the rose family has the 5 petals, the numerous stamens, and 5 sepals. And then some of the cards there showing members of the rose family. And then in this book, there's a more detailed page later on, which gives a lot more characteristics. But I think we'll just start with the simple 5 petals, and we'll take a look at what Robin has, and he's going to dissect it. So I'm just going to move over away from the book and onto our platform, and I'll zoom in here. Hey Robin, what do you have?
So here's a flower. It's a white flower with a yellow center, as you can see. And these white petals, those are the petals around the center. If you look underneath the flower, you can see the sepals, and sometimes these are bracts around the flower. In this particular case, the sepals and bracts look like they're almost identical. And the petals are quite distinctly colored. Now, we'll look at a lily later on, and we'll see the sepals and petals look very much alike. So let's look at this. So you see the 5 petals. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They're white, and they're all distinct. In fact, I can take one, and I should be able to just pull it off, and there it is. That's individual petals. They aren't fused together at all. So now let's look a little more closely at the flower. And you see in the middle here this yellow area, and you see there's some stamens. The stamens are sticking up, and those are the male part of the flowers, and they produce pollen. And they're sticking up, and you can see there's lots of them. There aren't, I'll estimate that there's maybe 20 plus stamens there. In the middle, it looks like a sort of a fuzzy area. And if you read about this family, sometimes the stamens become fused and they form a fuzzy middle of the flower. But the key characteristics of this rose family is the 5 distinct petals, numerous anthers in the middle, and then there's five sepals, and then the leaves are usually oval. You can see this is oval, and this is particularly the wild strawberry is a palmate leaf, but each leaflet is oval, and notice the edges are highly serrated and toothed.
Robin, you used the term anthers. Can you describe what an anther is?
The anther is the male part of the flower.
So it's on a stamen.
And the stamens are actually let's see, how does it work? I think the stamens are the actual part where the pollen is produced at the very tip.
Okay, thanks. It was a new term, so I thought we should introduce that.
So this is the rose family. This is a very common family, and I'm sure you will find some as you look around for some plants to identify. Later, we will look at some other ones.
And remember, members of the rose family are astringent, so they have some really cool uses. You can use them for tightening up for face creams and things like that. They all have that astringent quality that we learned about in the Botany of the Day video. So it's kind of fun to learn some things medicinal and how plants are used besides just how to identify plants. I'm just going to zoom out here so you can see that we're in a little plot with lots of wild strawberry. Not all of them have flowers right now. Some of them have already flowered and will be forming the strawberry. They've been pollinated by bees. Bees like to pollinate white blue, and yellow flowers. Okay, that's it for this episode of This Week in Nature. We'll catch you soon with another flower part.